Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for a very long awaited current household, and I know I haven't done one since June I think, and I've just been so engrossed in my gameplay. It's a completely different current household from the one I played back in June, and I'm just so excited to share with you my current household at the moment, because I've been playing this family for 9 generations. Yes, you heard it right, for 9 generations, and this is actually the longest I've ever played any family since The Sims 1. I usually play about 3 or 4 generations and I get bored, and it's just this one I'm not bored, and it's just like I've had so much fun. There's been so much drama. I've been inspired so much by Jen, aka XM Sims, and I just like she's inspired me to add more drama into my gameplay, and a lot of the characters in my current household are some that have been in her LP, not the ones from the main generations, but like additional, like their husbands and stuff have been from some of her LPs, and I'll explain that a bit later. But yeah, I'd like to introduce you. Let's change her outfit, London. This is London Altman. She is my main sim at the moment. She is actually the 8th generation I've been playing, and her twins. I'll show you in a minute. Let's just change her outfit into something a little bit nice. Go on, London. Change everyday outfit. Then she just got back from the cafe with her twins. Are you changing, London? Okay, good. Thank you. There she is. She's stunning. She's just young. She's a young adult. She just had 2 twins, and they are Paris and Johnny. But before I actually introduce you to these guys, let me take you way back. I'll take you way back. Well, London, you don't look impressed, darling. Let's take you way back when. Okay. So I originally started off with 2 Sims. Well, actually, I started off with 1 Sim, and then I added in her mum later. But the main sim I started off with is Danica, the blonde. She is pretty. I actually started playing this family since when the Spa Day pack came out, and her name is Danica Pineda. She's my favourite. She's probably one of my favourite sims ever. I mean, come on, I've played like so many generations from her, and she's just like the ultimate, my favourite sim, and her life was not drama-free. Let's just put it that way. But I started playing with her, then I added in her mum eventually, Elena. This is her mum. She's an elder here at the moment. She was a young adult. And so yeah, Elena's life was kind of drama-free. She had Danica when she was young, but the father was never much involved in her life, and Danica didn't really want to know him, so her dad wasn't really involved in the game much. But then, yeah, so Elena had Danica when she was young, and Danica was very much had man issues. She could never seem to hold on to a man long enough. I think she had over 10 relationships, and I think she had 6 husbands. Yeah, she had 6 husbands. She started off when she was into plastic surgery a lot. You can tell by her nose. She married this rich man first, who she didn't have any children with him. He's not involved in the generations I've been playing, but he went off to have his own children, but they're not being involved in my gameplay. She started off marrying a rich man, and she got loads of plastic surgery done. She had butt implants done. She had a boob job, and she had a nose job, because she didn't really like her nose that much, even though there's nothing wrong with her nose. It was just personal issues that she had. She got married, and she went out with Don Lothario as well. You know, she would. And everything. She had a few marriages and stuff. She actually got married to Dom because she thought she was pregnant. But it turned out that she wasn't pregnant. So they ended their marriage because they didn't need to stay married because there was no child involved. And they weren't really ready for marriage. But then she met Eric Lewis. And I know, Eric Lewis, you all know Eric Lewis, there he is. He was married, obviously, I've forgotten his wife's name. Alice Spencer Kim. They had a daughter as well, Olivia Spencer Kim. And they met, and they fell madly in love with each other. And Eric actually left his wife. But he left his wife only when Danica was pregnant. Danica got pregnant from their affair, and yeah, it was kind of steamy, and it was kind of hot and heavy and everything, and he eventually left his wife. And they had a little daughter. Little girl called Olympia. Here she is. Olympia was a teenager here, and this was this is her with her nan. Obviously, Danica's mom, Elena. I'm so glad I managed to keep these pictures. There's other pictures, but they're around the other houses that I play, because they all the kids and grandkids have pictures and stuff. So this is Olympia, and this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. Olympia, actually. Oh yeah, let me tell you a bit about Danica's relationships. She had a lot of relationships, like a lot. And some of them actually ended up involving a I wouldn't say kidnap, but it was sort of like she held one of her husbands hostage because he wanted to he cheated on her, and she went furious. This was, she was an adult. She married a young adult man. So she was jealous. She was like, she wasn't in her prime of her life and anything, and she lost it basically, and she just locked him up for a while. But he managed to break free, and they got divorced. That was just one of her husbands. But her and Eric, they didn't really work out. They didn't work out at all, and they ended up getting divorced, and he ended up remarrying someone else and having other children. And sorry, I've got, my cold is on its way out, but it's still there. So they didn't last for too long. But Olympia is where the next generation picked up, and she married a man. If you watch Jen's Lux Life LP, Zane Bailey, she didn't marry Zane Bailey. She married his brother. I made his brother, Alex Bailey, and they had 3 children together: Candy, Gunnar, and Chanel Bailey. And I picked up the generation from Candy, and I don't have a picture of Candy on me right now, do I? No, she's not showing up in the family tree. But then Candy married this man called Kingston Altman, and he wouldn't show up either because they've been wiped off the family tree. But they had 2 children. Candy and Kingston had 2 children called Drew and Tegan. And I think they would show up in the family tree. Let me just see. I've been playing this fan for a long time. Oh yeah, they will show up. So this is, they had 3, well yeah, you're saying what, there's 3 kids here, but there's only 2. But they had Drew and Tegan, so that's Drew, London's grandfather. No, London's great-grandfather, my bad. So yeah, London's my main sim over here. They had, so that's Kingston and Candy had, Candy and Kingston had 3 children, Drew and Tegan. They were my first set of twins. If you've been seeing, I've been having so many twins. So many twins, because that's it, Candy, her mother Olympia, you know, the girl behind this picture, Eric and Danica's daughter, she had twins after Candy, Gunnar and Chanel, they were twins. So I've been having twins all over the place since then. There's obviously twins is a very strong feeling in here. And if you see my Twitter, every time I have twins, I post it on there, because this is from the same family. So they had Drew and Tegan, they were twins. And then when Candy was an elder, she actually adopted Alana. And sadly, Candy died soon after, but Kingston, her husband, raised her. So that's their adopted daughter, Alana, and I'll go into all of that. But yeah, I'm just focusing on mainly now this line from Drew on down to London. So Drew had a daughter. He married Leanna Altman, this other sim. And they had a girl, Alyssa, and a son, Jackson. Many, many years after they had Jackson, he was an accident. And so was Alyssa, actually, but yeah, we won't go into that right now. And Alyssa, she married a guy called Christian Hyde, and they had 3 kids together. Channing is her son from a marriage that went really bad. Like, you have no idea how bad it was. She married an older man, Tyler. I think he was a young adult. Yeah, she was a young adult. He was slightly older young adult. And, yeah, he ceased by drowning, and I'll tell you that. But, she ended up marrying him, and her family didn't want her to because he was a bad egg, like a really bad egg. He was so bad. She was cheating on her and everything. He was, and she just couldn't take it anymore, and she found out and they had a shotgun wedding. You know, she was scared to leave him, and she just agreed to marrying him. Even it was just they eloped. None of her family were there or anything. They weren't allowed. She was cut off from her family. Her family could never come and see her, not because they didn't want to, not because she didn't want them to, because Tyler wouldn't let her. So Tyler wouldn't let her see any of her family or anything, and they got married, and she ended up getting pregnant. And but at this time, she wanted to leave him. She wanted to leave Tyler, and she couldn't. So what he did, he knew she was going to leave her. He locked her up in the room upstairs while she was pregnant. Bear in mind, she was pregnant with child, and he would not let her go. And she gave birth in the room to Channing Altman, which is London's father. He has now just recently turned to an elder, and he is married to somebody else at the moment. Katie is not London's mother, and I will show you that. And Alyssa was actually saved by her good friend, who's always had her back. Oh, but it won't show up here, so let me go to... It will show up into one of her children, yeah. Alyssa was saved by Christian Hyde, and that was her good friend. He's always, they were sort of like, he was friend-zoned for a lot of the time because she was with Tyler. And because she came by and he rescued her, and she fell deeply in love with him, and they ended up getting married and having 3 children of their own: Alexia, Andrew, and Hazel. So anyway, oh yeah, let me tell you this. And then so Alyssa, they got married and stuff. So they had, and then Channing grew up. I'm not going to explain everybody, all the else's children, but this is all Alyssa's grandchildren. Now she's got great grandchildren. So yeah, let me take you into London's family tree now. So yeah, there's Alyssa, and there's her grandfather, who was the bad egg, Tyler. So there was Channing, and then that's Christian. That is Alyssa's husband, her husband that she married after Tyler, and he had a daughter previously with Annabella Brivio, and they're sort of also involved in this family tree, but way back. They're not related really. So they had a Michaela Brivio, Christian and Annabella. This is before Christian was married to Alyssa. They just had a one-night stand fling, and it resulted in Michaela. And they actually, so obviously Channing and Michaela was stepbrother and sister, and so they're not related or anything, so don't get it twisted. They're not related, but they ended up falling in love when they were teenagers, and then their parents didn't really want them to get involved because they were stepbrother and sister, and it's nothing wrong with that, because I know people that are actually married that are stepbrother and sister, because they're not actually half-brother, they're not blood related at all, so let's just throw that out there right now. So they ended up getting married, and they had London, but this was not before Tyler being the bad egg. Channing had nothing to do with Tyler at all when he was growing up. Alyssa kept him away, and so did Channing's grandparents, because they knew how bad he was. So Michaela didn't know that Tyler was Channing's dad. And Tyler, being a word that I will not say on YouTube, was a bad egg, and he actually seduced Michaela while she was engaged to Channing, because he was just a horrible person. He just had affairs all over the place. And he seduced her, and Channing found out, and he was angry, but he still loved Michaela, and Michaela still loved him, so they still went ahead with their marriage. And soon after they got married, they had London. Now, this is where it kicks off now. So London, and then they eventually, years and years after he's still a teen, they had Kingston. And let me just say it now, Channing and Michaela's marriage didn't last because he's not as bad as his father, but he's a bit of a bad egg. He's in the criminal career also, but he's not quite as bad as his father. He hasn't locked anybody up and kept them hostage or anything, so he's not like that. Michaela was just sick of his lies and his jealousy. He was jealous. Oh my god. He was so jealous. Any man that she used to speak to, he just used to start shouting at her, and she just couldn't cope anymore. She eventually, when Kingston was a child and London was a teenager, she was like, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore, and she just said, I want out. So they ended up getting divorced, and she ended up remarrying a man called Brandon Beckwith, and that is London and Kingston's stepfather, so that's just that. And then Channing remarried a younger woman. She's not much older than London, and they had twins. So yeah, here's another set of twins, guys. Oh yeah, and that's it. Channing's mother, Alyssa, and Christian, they had a set of twins, so that's another set of twins. So I've had like 5 sets of twins so far. So they had twins, and they're about to grow age up to teenagers. And London, she had she was in a club with Danny Wheeler. Well, no, she wasn't in a club with Danny Wheeler. Yep, you know Danny Wheeler from Get to Work, Jen's Get to Work LP, and so they had a bit of a fling and stuff. He was actually with somebody. He was in a relationship, and London was in a club, with that girl. The girl was the head of the club, the leader of the club even, and she split them up. London split them up because she wanted Danny for herself, and I know that's not really a good thing to do, and I don't condone that, but she did that because she wanted it. She wanted what she wanted. And they ended up having Paris and Johnny. They're twins, my new set of twins, and I love them. They are so cute. It's so cute because it's another set of boy and girl twins from all the way from Drew. That is London's great-grandfather. He was a twin, and now she's had twins, and her dad's just had twins, and her mum had twins, so there's twins all over the place. Let me just tell you this. And I didn't know that they get passed on like that, and I think that's really cool that they do. So yeah, and they had twins, and they actually were engaged because he proposed when he found out London was pregnant, and they were together and stuff, and they didn't love each other so much. I think Danny loved his ex-girlfriend more than he loved London, because they kind of just got thrown together, because there was that chemistry they had, but there was not much more apart from that chemistry. So London then had the twins, and she was pissed at Danny because he did not turn up to the hospital or anything when she had them. So they sort of didn't last much longer because she got invited out to a club, a party at the chalet. Yeah, a couple of weeks after the twins were born. So she went, and she was there. And then Danny's brother, you know who Danny's brother is? Say it with me, Derek Wheeler. You know it. Yep, you know it. She had a fling in the bushes. She woohooed in the bushes with Danny's brother, her baby daddy's brother. Okay, and I know that is not what you do. But they had this attraction as well before, and she just gave in. She was pissed at Danny. He wasn't really helping much. They just weren't really working out so much, and Danny caught them, and Danny was like, you know what, you slept with my brother? You know, it was like, no, I'm out of here, and he just walked out, and the twins haven't really seen their father for about 5-6 years. They're about 6 years old now. So, they haven't seen, and this is where we pick up from now. And this is where we pick up. London is here. She's living on the island on Windenburg. You know, the one where you can see the island and the bluffs are just behind. Sorry if that was a bit too fast. She's living in this house. It's a house I downloaded from the gallery. I got it unfurnished because she didn't have a lot of money. But her dad did give her some money because he does some dodgy dealings on the side because he's in the criminal career. And look, it's all decorated for Christmas. Let me show you. I think I have some pictures around the house. Yeah. This was Michaela and Channing, London's parents, on their wedding day. She had red hair. Look at that. She's Michaela. I put on Twitter. She was like one of the most gorgeous Sims I've ever played with. And this is London and Danny. She hasn't taken that picture down yet when they got together. So this is you have now joined us where the story picks off. London is a single mom, and she loves her children, but she is not really looking for a man right now. But you know, if one does come her way, then she will definitely be looking for him. But yeah, this was just a brief update on what I've been playing for 9 generations. I've had so much fun. There's so much drama. I haven't even told you half of it, you know, because I didn't want this video to be too long, half an hour just me explaining. But yeah, this is just where I pick up. London's story is about to begin truly. I don't know if she'll get back with Danny, or if she'll get with Derek, or if she'll get with someone entirely new. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this current household, and if you would like me to update you on this household regularly, then please let me know in the comments down below. I will probably do it anyway, because I had so much fun with this family, and I just wanted to share, because I've shared so much to Twitter, and I thought, let me share on YouTube as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video I do. Bye, guys.